What is up, players? This is Lane and I'm really excited about today's video. We're gonna go ahead and review every single red hero that has been revealed as of today, and I'm pretty sure all heroes have been revealed. I really hope Valve proves me wrong, but there's 12 heroes revealed so far in every color, and that's pretty good for the base game, so I think that's all we're getting as of today and as of the base game launch. But we'll see, guys, we'll see. I know it's kind of early to review heroes because I haven't played the game. I will play it until November the 28th, but I think it's a great way to learn the cards and get ahead of the curve. So if you guys want to improve before artifacts launch and be ready to own some opponents, be sure to check the whole video. And remember, guys, I'm doing a Twitch giveaway on November the 28th. I'm gonna give away 3 artifact copies. Link to my Twitch channel is on the description box below, so be sure to watch the stream that day. I'll be really glad to have you. And now let's go on to the card reviews. Okay, guys, so here's how it's gonna work. If the card is really bad or more of a gimmick card, it's gonna be a 1-star. If the card is situational, so it can be played in specific situation, or it is kind of bad, it's a 2-star. If it's playable, decent, it's an all-around okayish card, it's a 3-star. 4-star is for cards that are gonna be played on most of these colors decks. And finally, guys, 5 stars, which I guess we won't see a lot of them, but we'll see, is for cards and heroes that are must play on that color. So we're gonna start with Axe. Axe is a red hero, 7 attack, 2 armor, 11 health. So right off the bat, those are awesome stats, and it goes with the colors gimmick, right? So red heroes are buff, big guys with a lot of attack and a lot of health. So Axe has this great attack, this great health and armor, but he lacks an ability which can be kind of a drawback. His signature spell, Berserker's Call, is a 6 mana spell in which you choose an allied red hero and it battles its opponent's neighbors. So it's a great way to duel and get rid of some opponents in the lane. So that's pretty cool, but it is kind of expensive, guys. 6 mana and kind of also situational, because maybe you only have one neighbor instead of 2, so you might end up losing a bit of value on this card. So it's good, don't get me wrong, dueling is a great way of clearing the board and getting ready for the clash, but I don't think it's like the best card to do so. Nonetheless, I do think what Axe lacks in what Axe lacks in passive or active ability, he actually makes up for it with great base stats. It's gonna be a great hero to start in your first 3 cards, 3 heroes, so he goes into the board real fast and possibly get an early hero kill for 5 gold, and that's a great start on a game. Therefore, Axe is a 4-star. He's really balanced, really good, great stats that make up for the lack of an active or passive ability. Okay, so next stop is Beastmaster. Beastmaster is a 5 attack, 12 health red hero. His active ability is called Call of the Wild. Every 3 turns he can summon a loyal beast, which is a token. This token is a 3 attack, 1 armor, 3 health, so it's okayish creep. But he has a continuous passive ability. When the loyal beast deals damage to any unit, he modifies the unit with -1 attack, and this is great. This is a great way. Modifying, remember, if you don't push, when you modify a hero or a unit, it's forever. Even if he goes back to the fountain, back into the game, he still got a -1 health. And his signature spell card, Primal Roar, stuns a unit blocking an allied red hero for this round and moves that unit's neighbors to random other lanes, so it actually kind of clears the board. So Beastmaster is gonna be possibly a way to go face real fast and try to clear the board and remove everything so you can go for that tower kill. And even though I said all these awesome things about Beastmaster, I'm still gonna give him 2 stars. And there's a real good reason why. His signature spell costs 7. That's really expensive, and if you happen to use it, it's gonna be hard to use any other spells because there's not really a whole bunch of spells you can play for 1 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana, there's way more. But in turn 7, 8 or 9, if you play Primal Roar, that's your turn, that's it. And that's kind of lame, to be honest. So that's why he's getting 2 stars. Also, his active ability every 3 turns, I mean, the token is awesome, but every 3 turns, that takes a lot of time to charge up. So I'm guessing this guy is too slow, a spell is really expensive, and 3 turns to charge his Call of the Wild active ability, that's too much, guys, so 2 stars for this guy. Now on to Bristleback. Bristleback is an 8 attack, 12 health hero, but here's the deal, guys. Those stats are already great, they're really good. 8 attack can also one-shot a lot of heroes of other colors. Most red heroes have more than 8 health, but for example, blue heroes, he can basically kill everyone. And his passive ability, Barroom Blitz, enables Bristleback to be modified with +2 armor after a hero that is blocking him dies. So Bristleback is gonna turn into this massive armor minion with great base stats, so he's gonna be a late game monster. On the other side, his signature spell is called Viscous Nasal Goo, and this signature spell modifies a unit with -2 armor for 4 mana. The cost is 4 mana. This means if you use this on a hero, he can actually get negative armor, amplifying the damage you're gonna do to this guy. So that's a great way to build up a big late game advantage. So Bristleback is overall a great solid minion to start on your lane. And if you play your cards correctly, this guy is gonna be unstoppable on the late game, or at least he's gonna be unkillable. That's it. Therefore, Bristleback has 4 stars. Centaur War Runner. This guy is a 4 attack, 14 health red hero. His continuous effect is called Return, and it basically gives him to retaliate. This means whenever a unit attacks, battles, or clashes with Centaur War Runner, this guy hits back for 2 damage. So that's pretty good with his base health of 14. If you can get some armor on him, it would be way better. And his signature spell card is on the real cheap side, Double Edge. It gives a red hero +8 attack and -8 armor. So it's basically a kamikaze kind of deal. Except red heroes usually have a lot of health, so maybe you can manage to use it and somehow survive, or just simply, if you're gonna die, just die, but also kill the minion who's attacking you. So Centaur War Runner is good. I wouldn't say he's like real good, because the other red heroes we've seen are so much better, but his to retaliate is pretty decent if you can get some armor on him. So we're gonna give him 3 stars. This one is kind of weird, kind of possibly 4 stars, but we're gonna go with 3 stars. On to Keith the Bold. This guy is a joke, or I would guess he's a joke. He's a 6 attack, 1 armor, 11 health, but he has no passive, active or continuous ability. So if you remember Axe from a while ago, he had 1 more attack, 1 more armor, so he's just a weaker version of Axe in base stats. And his signature spell is called Fighting Instinct. It's worth 5 mana to use, and it modifies a red hero with +1 attack and +1 armor. And while this is really decent, +1/+1, I do think 5 mana, you can possibly do better things with 5 mana. So his signature spell isn't that good. He has no ability whatsoever, and he's just a worst version of Axe. Therefore, this guy is our first 1 star. Players, I'm really excited about next hero. She is the Legion Commander. 6 attack, 1 armor, 8 health, so she's on the okay side of base stats for red heroes. Nonetheless, she's got the same effect that we saw a while ago on Centaur War Runner, which gives her +2 retaliate, and she has armor, which makes it probably a bit better than Centaur's War Runner, because with Centaur War Runner you're gonna get hit and your health's gonna drop real fast. But this girl over here, She can block one attack right off the bat and doesn't really need to modify her armor to be ready to get hit. But here's the real catch, the real cherry on top of the pie for Legion Commander. Her signature spell card is called Duel, and it's just simply a better version of Berserker Skull, which is Axe's signature spell. This one costs only 2 mana instead of 6, which is a huge difference. And even though Axe's signature spell might very well hit 2 neighbors or let you battle 2 opponents, Legion Commander only lets you battle 1, but for 2 mana you get to choose who you battle. So Duel, you choose an allied red hero and another unit and they battle. So that's simply a better version of Berserker Skull. So Legion Commander, she gets the 5-star treatment, 5-star rating, and I'm pretty sure we're not getting this one wrong, guys. We're gonna see her on a lot of top tier red decks. Our next red hero is Massey, and he is a 6 attack, 3 armor, 6 health red hero. He's on the high side of armor, so possibly his low health isn't that important, but he doesn't seem that strong on base stats. We'll see how armor actually works in battle, so don't quote me on that one. He might actually be real good on stats, and I'm possibly thinking armor isn't as good as it actually is, but 636 for red heroes doesn't sound that great. And his signature spell is called Steel Reinforcement and gives your tower +1 armor on a lane. So this is an improvement card. It's an okay card. Towers with armor might actually end up being real good, but this guy has no active, passive or continuous ability, so I don't think he's that good. I think he's playable maybe, but in specific decks maybe built around this dynamic. Therefore he's gonna get 2 stars. Next red hero has been getting a lot of hate from fellow content creators, Pugna. He's a 6'9", so he's on the low side definitely of red hero base stats, but I don't think he really deserves that much hate. His active ability is on a 3-turn cooldown and condemns a random enemy improvement, so that is definitely a situational active ability. Might be real good against some matchups. This might be a great tech card, tech hero to play, but it really depends on where the meta shifts and how good and how used are improvements. His card is actually an improvement, his signature spell. It's called Nether Ward, and after an opponent plays a spell on that lane, it deals 3 damage to the enemy tower. I think this is a real good, real strong improvement, because it basically denies the opponent of playing any spells on that lane. So it's pretty good, but I will agree on my fellow content creators because his active ability seems really situational and his base stats seem kind of low. I do not think this guy is a 1-star though, because I think there might be room in some specific meta for this guy. So Pugna gets 2 stars. Love him or hate him in Dota, I know most people hate him. Our next hero is Sven. He's on the not that bad stats, probably the lower stats for red heroes. He's a 5'11", 5 attack, 11 health. Don't get me wrong, for all heroes in Dota that's okay, because red heroes are just real buff. But the thing about this guy is very possibly his continuous effect ability, called Great Cleave. Sven has +X cleave, where X is equal to half his attack. So if Sven happens to get modified to +10 attack, this means he has 5 cleave. And if you don't know what cleave means, I have a video on keywords, but I'm not gonna be a douchebag this time, and I'm gonna let you know what cleave is. Cleave means if you attack an opposing unit, not tower, unit, and he has neighbors, you also hit the neighbors for the cleave value. So if Sven has 10 attack and 5 cleave, and he attacks an opposing unit, he hits that unit's neighbors for 5 damage. On the other side, his signature spell card is really a way to buff his passive ability. It's called God's Strength and it modifies a red hero with +4 attack. So this is like a lot like the hero in Dota because it gets to just clear everything if you get on the right situation or you get enough damage. So I do think Sven is really useful, so I'm gonna give him 4 stars. The King of Tentacles coming out of the ground is our next hero, Tidehunter, 2 attack, 1 armor and a massive 18 health. So this guy is just a huge mid shield. He has an awesome active ability, real high cooldown, every 4 turns he can use it, but he stuns Tidehunter's enemy neighbors this round, and each other enemy also has a 50% chance of being stunned that round. So this is possibly the best ability we've seen so far. It's really good, and his signature spell card, Kraken Shell, modifies a red hero with +1 armor. This is useful with a lot of heroes that have Retaliate, so it's a good card, but here's the catch, it also gives you initiative. So if you play this card, you get the initiative on the next lane. So that's pretty cool, and it costs only 1 mana, so that's pretty cool as well. So once again, Tidehunter is a huge mid shield with a great active ability and a real cheap, useful spell card. So I'm gonna go ahead and go kind of crazy here, and even though he might actually be on the 4 stars, I'm gonna go crazy and I think he is a 5 star. Timbersaw is our next hero with okay 4 attack and a pretty decent health of 11, no armor whatsoever. This guy has okay stats, I wouldn't say they're that good, they're possibly on the lower side once again for red heroes. His ability is a continuous effect called Reactive Armor. Timbersaw has +1 armor for each of its attackers, so this depends a lot on pathing, and he can only get a max of +3 armor because only neighbors and the enemy in front of him can attack him, so it's not that awesome continuous effect. It might be good in certain situations, but I don't think it's that good. On the other side, his signature spell card is called Whirling Death. You get to choose an allied red hero and you deal 2 damage to its enemy neighbors and give them -2 attack this round. And while this doesn't seem like a super mega great effect, it only costs 2 mana, so I think it's on the good side. So if Timbersaw didn't have this signature spell, I would definitely give him 2 stars, as in not exactly situational, but more of kind of bad card, kind of bad hero. But I do think his signature spell is really cheap, so we're gonna end up using it a lot. Therefore, I'm gonna give him 3 stars and say this card is balanced and playable. Our last red hero is Ursa, and the thing with Ursa is it has 7 attack and 10 health. 7 attack is definitely on the higher side. It's one of the 3 red heroes with the highest attack, so that's pretty good. His health is okay, I guess, 10 is not that bad, but he has no armor. But here is where Ursa shines. It has Fury Swipes, it's his passive ability. When Ursa deals battle damage to a unit, you get to modify that unit with -1 armor. Remember, once again, negative armor is actually a thing. So this guy can mess up the other players' heroes real bad, and they can end up just being plain not useful at all. And his signature spell, for 4 mana you get to play Enrage, which gives a red hero +4 attack and +4 armor this round. So 4 mana, 4 attack, 4 armor this round. And I don't think it is that great or the greatest signature spell we've seen. I do think it's on the not that good side because it is not a modify. Well, a modify +4/+4 would be really expensive, but I still think +4 attack, +4 armor only for 1 round for 4 mana, that's maybe not that good. I will say though, his passive ability is awesome. because it can end up just messing the opponent's team real hard. So I'm gonna give him 4 stars. That is all for today, guys. If you agree or not agree with my hero ratings, be sure to leave a comment in the box below, to compare results and see what you guys think. If I mess up something real bad, or if you think I'm just doing great with my ratings, it would be great to know. Also, remember guys, I'm doing a Twitch artifact giveaway on the launch date, November 28th. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Be sure to follow so you can win your free artifact copy. Finally guys, if you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate a subscribe to this channel so you can come back. Next time around, I'm gonna bring you a blue hero card review, and I'm really excited about this one because blue is possibly the color I'm most excited to play. I really like this control-ish late game kind of decks, so that's gonna be a real cool thing to do. And well guys, this was 3Lane. I'm signing out. Thanks for watching.